example one for this learning target. Let's say we wanted to convert 0.7 repeating there. Okay, on the ones that terminate, I told you guys to look to the place value, right? But because this doesn't terminate, it's going to keep going, 0.777. I don't know what to put it over because it just keeps going. There's no place value. So, we do these a little differently, and we're going to actually use an equation to show how we convert this into a fraction. Does anyone know what this is, by the way? Maybe one of our last worksheets we did last week where we discovered some patterns. Anyone remember what this one's going to turn out to be? No? What do you think? 7 ninths. This is that one whenever the denominator is 9, your numerator repeats. So yes, we will get 7 ninths. I want to show you, though, how it works out, okay? And then these are the steps you're going to go through. So we're going to set up an equation to start. We're going to let x equal our decimal here. And then, because we're not putting anything over a place value, but we are going to multiply both sides by the place value. So we're going to multiply both sides by the place value. Okay, and what place value does this repeating go out to? Just one digit is repeating, so we're in the what place? The tenths, right? So since we're in the tenths place, we're going to multiply both sides by 10. And you guys have also been working on equations, right? As long as I multiply both sides by the same thing, it keeps it balanced. So what is 10 times x? X. If I multiply 10 on this side, so think about if I had my 0.7 repeating, and I'm going to multiply it by 10, now that rounded it up, but what ended up happening? It becomes 7.7 repeating, right? So it kind of moves it over one to the left there. So we get 7.7 repeating. All right. We still can't solve it quite yet. What we're going to do is subtract x from both sides. This is kind of an important step here that we want to remember. Okay, and from up above, I'm going to subtract x on this side to keep it with like terms. But we said up above that x is also that repeating portion. And that's actually what's causing so much trouble. So we're going to subtract that part of it out. So I'm going to subtract x on this side, which is also the repeating part. Okay, so I'm still subtracting the same thing from both sides. It's still keeping my equation balanced. And if we bring that down, 10x minus 1x, what are we going to be left with? 10x minus 1x? 9x. And if I'm subtracting away the repeating part, I'm just going to be left with 7. Starting to kind of clean it up, because that repeating portion is what makes such a mess. So we got rid of that. Now, can we solve that? Yeah, so now we're going to solve for x. All right, and you guys have been working on some equations too. When the numbers are right next to each other, or right next to the variable, what's this really saying? 9 times x. So to solve for x, I have to do the opposite and divide. So I'm going to divide by 9. Whatever we do to one side, do to the other. So those cancel. 9 divided by 9 cancels to 1. Bring down my variable, and I want it as a fraction, right? That was our goal, so I'm just going to leave it. There's your 7/9. Whoa, I know that's a lot of work to kind of prove how we get to 7/9. Okay, once we do a few more, though, they'll go quicker, okay? And you don't have to write out all the steps every time. I do want you to, though, show the equation and show your work. All right, let's take a look at another one here. So let's say we have 0.37 repeating now. So this one would keep going, 37, 37, 37. We want to write it as a fraction. So we're going to start by setting up our equation. We're going to let x equal that decimal. Now on this one, what am I going to multiply both sides by? What do I want to multiply both sides by on this one? Yeah. By the place value. What place value do we go to? The hundredth. So we're going to multiply both sides by 100 this time. And that also happens because we have the 2 digits that are repeating, okay? All right, so if I multiply both sides by 100, we'll have 100x. And now it would become 37. And the 3, 7 repeating. Okay, and then don't forget, we're trying to get rid of the mess here, all that repeating stuff. So we're going to subtract away x from both sides. And it's really like you're subtracting what we have up here from both sides. I'm subtracting x, and on this side I'm subtracting the repeating. Okay, but they're both equal to each other, so I'm subtracting the same thing from both sides. Okay, so 100x minus 1x, we are left with 99x. And the whole reason we're doing this is to get rid of all that repeating part. So we're left with 37. All right, and now we can solve it. One final step, we're going to divide. Divide by that 99. So 99 divided by 99 cancels to 1. And then here's our fraction. Does 37 over 99 simplify at all? Nope. So we're all done. We would just leave it like that. Okay, I know it's a lot. This one kind of went a little bit faster though, didn't it? You'll get the hang. Let's do one more. We'll see if we can do it without writing notes along the side here. We'll just kind of talk our way through it. And this is how you can do it on your work today too. All right, we know this is now repeating because it has the repeating bar. Okay? If it's a terminating decimal, you don't have to go through all this. It's easy like the ones we did at the beginning. But that repeating bar, now I know I have to go through the equation here. So we say x. Oh, and this one, what else does it have in front? That one whole there, right? I really only need to turn this part into my fraction, right? So at the end, I just need to remember that I have that one whole to bring down, okay? So I'm going to say x is equal to the repeating decimal here. All right, what would we multiply both sides by? Think about your place value. What place value does this one go out to? The hundredths place, because there's 2 digits in the repeating part. So we're going to multiply both sides by 100. And if you want to test it out too, if you're not sure, put that in. Put your repeating part in, 0.03030303, and I got to multiply it by 100. You can see how you get 3.030303. Okay? What do we subtract from both sides now? Subtract the x. And it's really like what's up above here. I'm going to subtract that now from both sides. So subtract x and subtract the repeating part, which is also x. Subtracting x from both sides. That's really a 1x, so 100x minus 1x, 99. Are you guys kind of noticing how we always have some 9s down here after we subtract? If I subtract away the repeating part, I'm left with 3. And now we can solve. Solve for x, divide both sides by 99. So there's your fraction. 3 over 99. Does that one simplify? What do we get? 1 over 33. And then one last thing to just remember, what was up in front? 1. So you have to remember, just bring that down at the end. You had a 1, and then your 1 and 30. 1 over 33. So whatever number is in the ones place, it could be a 5. You just got to remember to bring it down at the end, okay?